Let's go, boys. We have a new map today. I will show you soon what it is, but first let me introduce the players. Playing in the color pink as the Order of the Dragon, it's loueMT. And in the other side of the map, playing as the Malians in the color red, it's... what is this? Ni Masu Bu Ni... Anyway, Red. Let's just call him Red. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bridge, a new map coming for the EGC TV tournament this February-March 2024. A very interesting map because you have bridges here that you can actually repair. This map was created by Avely and give a really interesting concept because you have a secret site in the north, a secret site in the middle, and a secret site in the south. And the thing is, you have these bridges that can be actually taken down. If you take them down, you can repair it with a villager. But you know, you have this opportunity to create this interesting dynamic between secret sites and burning bridges, repairing them. You know, just taking control of the map by using some new mechanics in the game, so it's really cool. Really cool. Louis already sending his Dark Age Spearman. I'm gonna try to find some damage here in the pit mines. See if he wants to create a new one. No, he's not really interested. Only one of them. It's good enough. Still in range of the TC. Here is safe. Here is safe. Now this guy actually has a huge torch damage, talking about 18 torch fire damage, so one guy should be enough to take down those houses, at least in the next few minutes. Especially these two are not in range of the TC and also the pitman. So let's see, the Malians just need to wait a little bit until they age up to deal with this. Just because they don't have any unit, they will need to grab some javelin throwers. Our red guy just sending the villager here to repair the house. You don't want to lose that house, even if it's like a few resources. You don't want to lose it. Take a look at Louis' base. Just trying to age up, you know, with 2 villagers on gold, 9 on foot. I'm putting the villagers on top just so that you can see the build order. Now let's talk about the resources. So you have there is not a lot of wood in this map if you think about it. Like there's a little bit of wood here, a little bit of wood here. Well, that's a lot of wood actually. But if you want more wood, you need to go to the north. So that's one thing. The other thing is the gold veins are in the middle of the map, creating this choke point between the two players and a secret site. So I suspect like a keep here will be like key for this kind of matchups, just because you can secure the gold and also you can secure the secret sites. But in the north, you have these gold veins here, big gold veins. So if you, in a way, you deny, and there's only one way, right? If you deny the path for your opponent to go to these big gold veins, you're in a huge advantage. So it creates a really interesting dynamic. I'm really curious to see how this game will turn out. Louis not managed to take down the house, but force the villager to just repair the house constantly. And now the javelin thrower will be out. Sorry, I should say the archer will be out. And now the spearman shouldn't be able to do anything. Should be able to go back home now. At this point, it's like there's no reason why you should fight against this guy. Well, Louis aged up with a mainward palace. We see this very often with Order of the Dragon players, just because the Archon Chapel, compared to their barbarian civilization, the Holy Roman Empire, it's just not as good economically as it should be. So people are just deciding, you know what, I might just as well go to main work palace to, you know, have some bonuses on when you upgrade your units. It's cheaper, it's faster, and of course also comes with unique upgrades for the Order of the Dragon. Starting to see javelin throwers actually going for the aggression here. And a stable is gonna be built by Louis. Horseman from Order of the Dragon. I don't know what happened to my voice today, but horsemen from the Order of the Dragon are really strong. They're very strong. They are comparable to knights in a way that they do a lot of damage and they have a lot of HP. So it's just such a nice unit to use in feudal as the Order of the Dragon. Like, you have the man-at-arms, right? But they don't have as much mobility, they're slow. The horseman is quite a good unit. Now, I forgot to mention, you also have the river here, but there's no fishing. There's no fish in the river. It's just a way to, you know, block the player from going to the other side of the map. Now the horseman is out. You're gonna see Donzos coming from a red player. We already have one Donzo here. You're gonna need more than one Donzo to deal with this guy, but this army should be enough to scare Louis. You don't want to fight against this army. And indeed, he decides to go back. And the problem with Order of the Dragon is they don't have prelates. Or, say, is it prelate or scholar? I already forgot. See, I think it's scholar. No, scholar is for daily. Prelates are for Order of the Dragon. They don't have it on Feudal Age, which means they cannot really heal their units, which are very expensive. So if you lose them, it's just gonna be a huge loss for you. These units cost a lot of... They cost 200 food, 40 wood, so losing one of them it's really not a good thing. It looks like Louis will just focus on the aggression for now. No villagers on gold, it's just gonna focus food and wood. Food and wood. Let's go back to income per minute. We're already 7 minutes into the game. Oh, the Malians, instead of being defensive, are going for the aggression. I wonder if this will work for him, because usually as the Malians, you want to be on the defensive just because you want to protect your gold veins, you want to go to your cowboy, and that requires, you know, some defenses for yourself, because otherwise the player will just burn your houses, you know, be annoying, and you're already spending a lot of resources for this cowboy. I'm gonna start building the cattle ranch. The cattle ranch will actually give the player extra food income passively for the game. It's something, if you don't know about it, like the Malians, they create this cattle ranch and they put it in on a way that they can feed the landmark here. And what they do is go for the landmark that has the extra bonus for each cattle ranch that is inside its area, and then it's just gonna boost all the food economy that you have, which have an insane food economy. And what that allows you is to actually have less villagers and having more space for military, which is where in Castle Age the Malians just shine, just because they have this really good income. They already have the pit mines, they have their cow bomb, everything's going great, and now they can just focus on, you know, on units. But at the beginning they will be a little bit defensive. A red guy decides to go back. Let me know if the colors are a little bit like confusing, pink and red. Like they're really saturated. For me there is really no trouble. But let me see. I'm having some mixed opinion on color blinded people who, you know, say it's totally fine, and some that say it's totally not fine. So let me know. Actually looking for a second TC here. I didn't notice he was gathering all that stone for going for a second TC, which is a viable thing for Order of the Dragon, instead of going for Castle Age, which, you know, Holy Roman Empire usually does. Instead, they go for a second town center, And you know, that helps a lot because their economy is really weak. Their economy is really not the best you can have, so having that second TC will allow Order of the Dragon to catch up with the economy, especially if you are dealing with the Malians, where, you know, they have a lot of economic bonuses, but you don't. Your villagers work, you know, faster, but don't really. There's not much of a big deal, but now we have a ram coming up for red. Try to take out this town center, but remember the Order of the Dragon or the Holy Roman Empire, they get access to emergency repairs, all the town centers within their radius, and you can still build, and whatever is in its fluence radius, it will get like emergency repairs. And so I suspect this battery ram is not going down. It's not going down for sure. Sorry, this tower. Sorry for that, I have something in my throat, I'm not exactly sure what it is. Anyway, I guess it's just a cold here, like maybe in your country is not as hot as here, but I am -1 degree now. I mean China in Chengdu, and I'm -1 degree, and I'm not used to that kind of temperature. I know there are some places with much less degrees, but for me that's coming from a place where the lowest is like 13 and the highest is like 30. It's like this is extreme weather conditions for me. My comfortable, guys. Emergency repairs gets cold here. Like the Malians will be the aggressor now. Our emergency repairs actually saving the day. And look at that. But now emergency repairs is gone, and looks like 2 rams should be enough to take down this outpost, which will leave Louis with no access to gold for the moment. Managed to repair. Put the villagers there. Amazing micro coming from Louis. Repairing with those villagers, not leaving it, not letting it take burn it down. Now Order of the Dragon archers are really good. Really good. They have they already have the upgrade, so they already have 7 damage, and they actually shoot faster, 1 second attack speed, so they attack every second, whereas the javelin throwers attack every 2 seconds. So they're really strong. They're a really strong unit. Like Louis will forget about the gold vein for now. And at this point he's on 2 TCs, so he's looking good. He lost 2 villagers, but you know, the longer the game goes, the better it is for him, because he's on 2 TCs. But just don't forget his opponent at the same time, he's doing the Calboom. And now this is a guy who's committed to take down this outpost. Like the Malians playing in feudal age. Like something I don't see that. I don't see it every day. 4 rams. This is a guy who's committed to actually take down Louis on the feudal age. But the problem is, will he? You're dealing with Order of the Dragon. You're dealing with someone who has 2 town centers. So normally their economy will be good enough to produce more units. They have enough units. Actually, they have more units than you. No more units than you, but in terms of value, they occupy 2 space in population, so they are in a way better. And now it looks like this town center is not gonna live too long. Horseman will try to get into the battering rams. Now try to poke the Downsas, javelin throwers. Now the archers focusing on the javelin throwers. Now focusing on the Downsas, and the horseman manage to connect with the javelin throwers. The outpost goes down on the backside of this battle. on 4 battering rams there. But the Donson numbers are decreasing. Let's take a look at the military numbers. Going back to 9 for the Malians. And Louis is just calling everyone here to deal with the battering rams. Meanwhile, Louis still with 30 military units. Emergency repairs gets called. Gonna save that archery range. Walls are starting to come for red at the same time. Denying this side of the map, we'd love to see a wall like this, just to protect the gold. And also, no one has burned the bridge yet. If anything, you can burn this bridge. So if you burn it, you get access to your bridge, but your opponent doesn't have access to his bridge. So it's a really interesting mechanic here. Take a nice screenshot of the bridge. Beautiful. Now looks like Louis will be on the defensive against Malians, still pushing. Cause some damage, but not collateral damage, and Louis is already on 62 villagers. He's gonna put another outpost here, but there is no rams for the Malians, and he don't have the wood to create those yet. Looks like he already have enough gold. At this point, maybe thinking about aging up. And if he does that, his opponent will also age up very fast. Archers focusing on the Donzos. Remember, the Donzos have extra melee damage. But compared to this, these guys have 15 damage, each one of them. No +1 melee damage yet. He didn't have the gold for it. Hopefully we will see it soon. Javelin throwers managed to take down 1 villager. After all this pressure, Louis only lost 1 villager. That shows how good Louis is. Like, I saw one day his stream, and I know many of you have seen Louis on these casted games, but not so much when he plays from his point of view. He's super fast. I think his micro is really good. I think he's a really young guy, so it actually helps to have those reflexes there. And the javelin throwers get a little bit too forward, get attacked by the horseman, and more Donzos are coming. 30 Donzos already here. The horseman just trying to get some damage from the javelin throwers, but the Donzos are so annoying. Managed to get some damage, but 1 horseman will go down here. More production going up for Louis. It's already almost 70 villagers. He's doing a great job on the back of his base. He's also doing a farm transition. And you can see that the wood here is not really something that is abundant. Still have some here, but it's not one of those maps where wood is something that you see everywhere. A couple of battering rams go again to put more pressure. I didn't expect to see this. Like, feudal wars, Order of the Dragon and Malians, 2 civilizations that can potentially benefit from going for Castle Age. And look at the javelin throwers. They are in really big numbers, but still they cannot one-shot one horseman with full HP. It's like he will retreat, and now he will go for the town center. Take a look at Louis. He's still having enough production for himself. We see a barracks here. Are we gonna see man-at-arms? Now the best thing these horsemen can do is actually dealing with the rams. You don't want to waste your emergency repairs with that outpost, you want to use it for the town center. And now these are a lot of rams. I don't know if Louis can keep protecting this town center. Like, the horsemen cannot do much, and the archer numbers are not looking too good for Louis. Military numbers for the red, it's already 72. 42 donzos, 30 javelin throwers. Managed to take down that second town center. Likely for Louis, he already got a lot of value from this. Already got a lot of villagers. Now what do you do with this army here? Opponent building an outpost somewhere here. Starting to take some map control. Now Louis. Oh my god, more rams. More rams are coming. How many rams? Yes. And now the Donzo numbers are too high, and the Javelin Thrower is doing a great job and dealing with those units that try to kite. They can just shoot from distance. I don't know if the Horseman was the best choice here at this point. You may be thinking about mixing some man-at-arms. Landmark may be going down. Emergency repairs get called here. But the Donzo's numbers are starting to decrease. Actually, Archer's doing a lot of hell of a good job. The Horseman said, you know what, I don't care anymore. It's better some damage than no damage here. And looks like the Mainward Palace will potentially go down. Horseman don't care about the counter anymore. Now without Donzos, should be able to deal with those Javelin Throwers. Javelin Throwers focusing on the villagers. Archers already with good numbers for Louis. Now Red losing a lot of his mass, but managed to take down one landmark. One more landmark to go. I don't think he's committed to this. Emergency repairs will be available soon for Louis, and it will be very hard to take this town center. And just like that, Louis shows an amazing performance on how to defend his base. The more walls coming for Red, but Louis managed to build a sneaky wall here just to prevent the Red from walling up completely the map. Now we haven't seen those players using those bridges yet. Now we see Louis aging up with 13 villagers. It's gonna be direct this cathedral. Gonna go fast here. The faster you go, the more chance you get to get those relics. And you already have enough military numbers like to guarantee that you will get most relics, especially if you have the advantage on going Castle Age. But the Horseman will try to go for a raid here, but the Donzo numbers are really high again. Malian's not really interested on actually going castle. But they should, because his opponent is now no castle. Meaning, we'll get upgraded units. Already see the first relate. Going to get that relic there. We're seeing veteran archers. Those are scary archers actually. Veteran archers for Order of the Dragon are really good. Especially if you get this upgrade here, let me show you. Dragon Scale Leather, increase Gilded Archers range armor +3. Like these guys are like really chats. +3 range armor for the archers. Those are like, who needs tanking when I can just, you know, I have a lot of range armor. It's like these guys against the Javelin Throwers will be really tanky. Really gets captured here, but the Donzos actually, you know what, I'm just gonna torch the Reknix Cathedral. And we see a unit that can potentially turn things for Louis' favor. It's the Lankenek. The Lankenek will actually melt this army with enough numbers. You can actually, if you manage to just get there, if they don't get sniped because they're really squishy, you're just gonna do so much damage. There you go, the Lankenek. AoE damage. Look at that. Now a lot of units took a lot of damage, and that was only one Lankenek. Another one coming soon. But it gets taken down really quickly. You don't want to lose those. They are very expensive. 120 foot, 200 gold. So these are really, really expensive units. Meanwhile, veteran horsemen are already going for Louis. No knights yet. They are very expensive too. Like Louis. Mixing some Musafari warriors, definitely the right call, considering your opponent can potentially go like man at arms. Look at how many javelin throwers you need to take down only one archer. The thing is, like, what do you go against the Malians? I guess archers will be your best bet, just because they have, you know, Musafari warriors will melt man-at-arms, and javelin throwers will also be very good against heavy armor units. But if you go archers and Lankenek, you don't get that bonus damage. Look at that, this guy has 21 damage. Will we see the upgrade for the halberds? I would love to see it. We just need more Lankenek. Now the number for the Lankenek. Am I saying it right now? Grand Fulani Coral. 3 more rams. The pressure is really high, and you know what's crazy? He can also age up at the same time. Taking down more villagers. Horsemen are already better and have way more HP. The Lankenek will actually do a lot of damage here. Now keep. We'll get through. By Louis. Needs to build that keep as soon as possible. Now the Lankenek. Look at the Lankenek. Okay, I'm just gonna say the two-handed sword, man. The chats here. And actually do a lot of damage to those javelin throwers. To those dunzos, I should say. And now a keep goes here, securing Louis' last small little goal. The next one, it's gonna be in the middle. Now, so far, no player has taken advantage of burning that bridge. Potentially, you can capture the sacred sites and burn the bridges. Second relic, third relic going for Louis. He already have one there, 2 more coming home for him. Like he's gonna get a Donzo here. Managed to live another day. The Donzo will not fight for the Order of the Dragon. No more farm transition for Louis. Let's take a look at his economy. 28 farms. Still, bunch more to go. Now the castle get upgraded and can potentially, come on, just leave the relic and die. Managed to live another day. The prelate that survived with 1 HP. Now this one, I don't think it's gonna survive with 1 HP. That's for sure. And we see, finally, units moving to the bridge. Taking a look at the river. Like, can we cross? Yes, we do, boys. Military numbers very equal for both players, as well as the villager count. But remember, the Malians have the column. Let's take a look at the Malian base. Farm transition already going for them. Kaboom. We are living the dream. Gold pit mines, trade. You can also trade in this map if you wish to. Although it's not in the really good position, you can still get some value out of it if you put it in the corner here. Now we see some sofas already mixed for the Malians just to get some mobility. And there comes again more pressure from the red player. And this time there is no Donsos to deal with the horseman. And now the Lanknecht. Magonel will manage to get a decent shot here. Villagers get pulled just to repair the Magonel. And now a distinct lack of Donsos makes Louis deal with this mass only with some horsemen here. Now with the Magonel still alive, we still manage to deal with this archer mass. Lanknecht, always a very squishy unit. But now with this skip, Louis will be securing the gold. The bridge is still intact. Can potentially burn this bridge. Let's see if these players will be able to do that. I wonder how you can do this with the mods. I find it's amazing. Like you're adding an extra mechanic here. Now more spearmen will go for Louis just to deal with those sofas. Magonel shot managed to get a decent hit here. It's gonna get a repair. Like Louis, good economy. It's already pretty good. 2,000 a minute. To be able to pump units non-stop if he wishes to. Now the prelate will put the relic on the keep. If you're wondering what this does, is oh no, villagers trying to put a keep on the front, but looks like this keep is not gonna go up. A lot of units here. They're trying to rush it, but it's just not good enough. Those are villagers. Are those villagers? They are villagers. 17 villagers here. Actually, I thought they were units. And actually, Lanknecht will actually do a lot of damage here. Look at that. Lanknecht already have halberd. They're no longer the two-handed sword guys. Look at that. Look at all the damage. Louis somehow getting back into the game. Taking the map control, forcing his opponent to lose this pit mine. Potentially he can burn it down now. His opponent already getting the big gold in the north. And think about burning this bridge. Most likely the players, like, there's so many mechanics in the game that you forget about there is an extra one that is burning the bridge. I'm telling you, EGCTV tournament this month, next month, it's gonna be really good. Come on, Louis, put the relic there. Put the relic. Now we're gonna see the one and only, the Giga Chat Knight. Now more sofas are raiding here. Louis losing already 30 villagers. And the Malians having such a strong economy with 96 villagers, the cow boom, the gold pit mines. Looks like unstoppable force. The raids will continue with the Sofas here. It's the problem of not having walls all this time. Look at that knight, it's just still alive. Knight actually, Louis is saying, actually the knight's working. Let's have more of those. Sofas, gonna die. The reinforcements will not arrive to the choke point. Oh god. Oh god, this feels bad. Take a look at Louis' vision. Oh, the knights are actually gonna do a really good job against those archers. At this point you just want to put more knights there. They just have the best population space. Like, just like you say, you get the best out of the two pop that you get from each unit. Like an archer, two population, a gilded knight, also 2 population. The problem is these are very expensive. I think it's like yeah, 280 food, 200 gold. Definitely you can afford it. You can afford it, but you don't want to lose them. Be careful with the Donzos. Actually, they say, yeah, I don't care about the Donzos. I just have 400 HP. And now the Malians. Louis with 7 military population. Malians still pushing. I have 1 sacred site here. 2 for Louis. That one really cares about this one in the south. Now the Donzos will do a lot of damage to those gilded knights. And the Magonel actually did a lot of damage to those archers. And now the Sofas are here. It's like the Magonel needs to retreat. Hopefully Louis calls the villagers to repair it, otherwise he's gonna lose it. Looks like he's gonna lose it. Look at this guy. Look at this chat. Like the anime. I was just watching an anime last night. It's called Solo Leveling. It's actually made by Korean. The original comic was from Korea. They actually made it into a Japanese anime. It's really good. It's really good. I highly recommend you if you are into those. I normally don't watch anime. I used to watch when I was teenager and kid, but stopped watching when I grew up. But this one is quite good. It's quite good. Now this must be the most aggressive Malian player I ever seen. Like normally you see this kind of aggression when they get to castle, but this guy just been pumping units non-stop since the beginning of the game. More villagers going down for Louis. Louis already down to 73 villagers. Doesn't have much economy to deal with this mass, and Louis just keep sending units here. It looks like this Donzos will burn down the production for Louis. At this point, how do you get out of this? Like, maybe a couple of Magonels? Because if you think about this, it's a lot of infantry. Talking about 2/3 of this income is infantry. But also, if you go knights, the Donzos will melt them. If you go spearman, the javelin throwers will melt them. And Louis taps out. The pressure from the Malian player is just too much. What a game. Such an interesting map.